he was there, and because of her, he also enrolled to this institute to do Java J2EE. And whenever I am explaining something, immediately used to write it in the notes, and she used to look out his notes and understand what's happening. And she used to note down the questions on her own book or something, and she used to get it done. That is how things were. Without him, she wouldn't be able to achieve whatever she achieved, right? So that's what I said. Problem is everything, and never think that problem occurs only. Whenever problem comes, think about the solution, and God is always be with you. God will always provide a solution. But you should have a patience. You should have a patience to face that problem. If you don't have that patience, then things may not go in your way. Once Buddha wanted to drink some water, he asked his disciple to collect some water from a particular pond. But when disciple went there, it so happened that coincidentally one full-up cart went through that pond and the water became muddy. And disciple couldn't be able to collect that water, and he came back and he explained Buddha what has happened. Then Buddha said, okay, don't worry, just wait for some time. After a few minutes, Buddha asked the disciple to go ahead and collect the water. Next time when the disciple went there, again, it was kind of a muddy, and again he came back and told the same. And in the third attempt, when Buddha asked him to go, he went there, water was clean and clear. He collected the water, came back to the Buddha, and Buddha smiled at him and said that pond represents your mind. Whenever some trouble occurs, whenever some problem occurs to you, keep calm. Need not do anything, you need not to do anything at all. Keep it calm. If you give some time, then your problems will get settled down automatically. That's what I said. Whenever you encounter any problem, just give it a time, things will get settled down. When you are in a problematic zone, don't react. Okay? So it is privileged to have students like Engel. First company which I worked, as you already know, it's a startup company. It was when I joined, it was a 5-member team, and one senior was there. He was having 7 to 8 years of experience. Very nice guy. It so happened that I was having around 10 to 11 months of experience. That is somewhere near to 1 year of experience. And that senior got an opportunity in one of the good company. He put down his paper, he resigned it, and joined the company. Generally, this is what happens, right? One of your team member leaves, you have a tendency of leaving. Hey, either मिला कितना package मिला ले. You also get motivated. चलो हम भी try करते हैं. Okay? So that generally happens. So eventually, other 3 members also followed it. They also started looking out, and they got the job. And when I was near to the 1 year of experience, then I was only one guy who was left alone in the team. That too, 1 year is equal to almost a fresher. And company, my startup company, started hiring a couple of more freshers along with me, and we had a team of around 5 members, where I was the senior. 1 year experience, they don't know what. Client was kind of not okay with the situation. Client was asking like, should we need to continue with this vendor, or should we need to replace it? Because they were not having a trust on us, whether these guys, bunch of freshers, can be able to do this or not. And as I said, like I was the experienced guy in that 5-member team with 1 year of experience. So my company called me, and company headquartered in Mumbai, and over the phone he called me and said that Praveen, it's up to you. If you want to screw it up, screw it up. Or you want to make it up, make it up. The client is really thinking about this again my Mumbai company called me. I was kind of like out there. I mean, think when they said that like anything can happen, probably I don't know. But when they contacted that, they congratulated not only me to the entire team and they said that client is okay, they have confidence in the current team. Then I learned one point. The point is project is not dependent on you. Your manager or leader is not dependent on you. Company is not dependent on you. It is vice versa. You are dependent on the project. You are dependent on the team. You are dependent on the manager. Though bunch of seniors all of a sudden they left the company, a bunch of freshers could able to handle that project. So I took that important point and kept it in my mind. That is experience. I felt that no one is dependent on no one in this world. Even some people might think that you would have got 2 or 3 outcomes, but you feel that if I leave, probably the team will be in trouble, or probably manager will be in trouble, or probably company will be in trouble. You are absolutely wrong. As I said, you are dependent, not the other company. Okay? This is one learning which I learned from that first company. Second company, second experience. Second company was HP. When I joined HP, HP was working on one of the new framework at that point of time, that is Infinity Studio. That Infinity Studio was the framework built on top of Struts. Struts was very popular at that point of time. What is? It is not for us. One of my teammates left the company within 3 months. He said, boss, no, Infinity kernel, it's a big infinity to me. Okay? So better I look out for some job which is on JSPS. So he quit actually. But I took it in another way, thinking that if I learn this framework which is used in HP, probably this is going to help me in my career. And that was the first time, 2006 is the first time where I started working on a web service. SOAP web service. Framework is new, web service concept itself is new to me. SOAP is nothing but it's again something new which we need to learn, that is a protocol we need